Good morning, everyone. My name is Emma Crispo, and this is my presentation for my third project of English 3060. Today, I'll be presenting my analysis on non-residential development in Southeast Michigan based on data from the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments, also known as SEMCOG, exploring how commercial, industrial, and institutional developments are shaping the region's economic and spatial landscape. Here's a quick overview of what I'll cover today. I'll start by explaining the SEMCOG dataset itself, then look at regional and economic developments patterns, highlight key spatial and temporal trends, and finally discuss what these patterns mean for Southeast Michigan's future growth. SEMCOG's dataset covers 7 different counties in Southeast Michigan. It tracks non-residential projects that includes offices, factories, retail spaces, and public facilities using data from building permits and local planning submission. Each entry provides the details like location, building type, and estimated value, which together help illustrate where development activities is concentrated and what kind of buildings are being prioritized. Understanding this data matters for several reasons. First, non-residential development directly supports economic growth and job creation. It also helps planners and policymakers align infrastructure, zoning, and transportation planning. By identifying where investment is lacking, the data can help and promote more equitable and sustainable development across the region, securing a gradual and controlled process. When looking regionally, we see that the largest total floor space is concentrated in highly industrialized counties like Wayne and Oakland. Detroit alone accounts for over 5 million square feet of new non-residential space, making it the single largest area of investment within the SEMCOG region. These patterns closely align with the region's economic hotspots. Major growth occurs along the Detroit metro area, the Ann Arbor corridor, and parts of Oakland and Macomb counties. Investment tends to follow existing economic flow, reinforcing established businesses and industrial centers. This development translates directly into employment opportunities. There are over 2.9 million jobs in the region, spanning 13 different sectors, with the largest share, about 13% in healthcare services. In each major economic hub, there are more than 8,000 job offers, showing how built environments and job availability go hand in hand. Interestingly, vacant non-residential properties tend to cluster in suburban areas such as Denton, Romulus, and Novi. These areas mirror the same region seeing active investment, suggesting redevelopment opportunities where older buildings may be replaced or repurposed for modern uses. Over time, we can see clear shifts. Non-residential construction peaked around 2007 at roughly 21 million square feet, then sharply declined after the 2009 economic downturn, reaching its lowest point in 2012. Since then, development has rebounded, but with more targeted and sustainable growth patterns. In terms of building types, 2024 showed one of the strongest rebounds with nearly 15 million square feet of new space. Most of this came from new construction and redevelopment, particularly in manufacturing, office, and warehouse categories. This suggests the region is modernizing its industrial base while also supporting new commercial activities. Several emerging patterns stand out. We're seeing corridor-based growth along major highways like I-75, I-94, and M59. Older industrial corridors in Detroit, Dearborn, and River Rouge are experiencing redevelopment, while suburbs like Novi and Troy are expanding commercial and technology clusters. There's also a noticeable shift toward mixed-use development, blending office, light industrial, and commercial functions. These patterns have important implications. They highlight the need for targeted infrastructure investment, especially in transportation. They also reveal redevelopment opportunities in legacy manufacturing zones, as well as a workforce shift towards suburban centers. Finally, the data underscore the need for economic diversification into sectors like technology, clean energy, and research to support long-term resilience. To summarize, non-residential investment in Southeast Michigan is clustering along major transportation corridors and in established suburban centers. Older industrial areas are adapting to the demand of a modern technology, while population and employment continue to expand outward from Detroit's core. Overall, we're seeing a more balanced and diversified regional economy driven by both innovation and redevelopment. Here are the primary sources I used for this analysis, all provided through samcox.org public dataset and mapping tools. I thank you for your attention and wish you a good rest of your day.